This week, Hawaii hoops, Willie Klein's big night, the Cardinals do not lose, sheet cakes are back, Jeff Goldblum, one-star moments, of course. Enjoy the episode.
The World Series is in full effect, DK. We will bash the Dodgers on this episode, but we will not deny the fact that Homage has some awesome gear for the soon-to-be World Series champs back-to-back. You can get your Dodger Stadium soft tees, your Ohtani t-shirts, Freddie Freeman t-shirts, the Walk-Off King. Go to homage.com to check it all out, and make sure you click the link in our show notes to purchase gear to help support your favorite podcast, One Star Recruits.
Yo, aloha. Welcome to the One Star Recruits podcast. Checking in at 187 in the MF and house. Actually, my house has been taken over by my mill. My mother-in-law, my mother-in-law's back. Very one star of me. Just lead into the epi with my kid situation. Listeners, in case you don't know, I have a kid. God, I say it so much. 30-second through if you want. Go ahead. Kimmy went back to work, though, Rip. Kimmy went back to work, and this week was my daddy daycare experience, my daddy daycare week, the DK experience. And it lasted for, drum roll, 1 1/3 days until Nene arrived, my mother-in-law. So she's upstairs. Probably hear everything that I say. I'm not going to cuss this. I'm not going to cuss this whole episode because my mother's right upstairs. She can hear everything that I can say with my child holding it down. But she's back. She's here for 10 days. I don't know what that means. I don't know if Kimmy doesn't trust me or if it was just scheduling genius by Nene. Nevertheless, I'm podcasting, Rip. It's Nene. Janice is out for the week. She's not on injured reserve. She's not on the PUP list at all. She's just taking the week off, bye week for Janice. Nene checking in.
Definitely some text messages between your wife and her mom about the exact day and time she starts work. I will buy you a flight the Sunday before. This was planned, DK. No way a coincidence. But I'm glad to see you.
It was a Tuesday arrival. That's the thing. It was not a Sunday arrival. So it could have still been serendipitous, and the trust window is still completely open based on the Tuesday. Also could have been a value day purchase. Could have got a better deal, perhaps. I know Tuesdays. A lot of people say Tuesdays the best days to buy plane tickets or get good deals. Have you heard that before? Is that fake news?
100% true. And when you're putting hundreds of dollars toward diapers, all of a sudden you gotta cut costs somewhere. So yeah, Tuesday flights, what it's all about. I'm surprised you survived. No, I'm not surprised. I'm proud that you survived a day and a third on your own. How'd that go? Any one star moments coming up for that?
No problem. I mean, at the end of the day, with probably most males, most dads, I don't hold the kid as much as the women do. Women want to hold the baby, sleep with the baby, holding them, all the holds. I'm not doing longer, to be honest, one stars. I'm not doing longer than like 11 to 14 minutes holds. We're going to try to transfer to some sort of sleeping area, or I'm strapping him to my body. I need arms free. So the boy had to deal with that a little bit. He did pass out pretty hard as soon as Nene got him. I know he does prefer to be wrapped up. I mean, he is the sweetest, but biggest part so far was learning how to chill without being wrapped to a body as much. He really loves going frontward facing and just chilling on the baby gurney, or whatever you call him, strapped to the body. So I can get away with that and do most of my things. I tried eating wings yesterday. It was successful. Only a little bit of ranch got on the baby. You could do almost all things, Rip. I'm cooking with that kid. I just got to keep him away from high heat, strapped to me,
Yeah, let's get the mother-in-law on permanent contract after that little chat there. I feel for the kid having to be attached to you for so long, but yeah, I could maybe take 60 seconds, but 11 to 14 minutes seems like
just wait.
He hasn't strapped to you.
He hasn't even hit the best of strap to me yet. The best of is coming up for him. I did it this morning. I haven't included him yet in this thing, because when you're a kid, you don't appreciate things. Actually, it's when you're a baby, you do appreciate these things. When the kids are your age, they stop appreciating them completely. And then I think at like 42, maybe 43, you start liking them again. My ultimate happiest place currently in the world is outside blowing the leaves in my driveway with the blower and the little walkway and my driveway, especially right now. It's because all the leaves are falling. I have the huge tree right now. Literally, my ultimate happy place is getting the blower, going out there in 15 to 20 minutes, giving the Leafs a blow. It's not even productive. I just blow them to the side of the yard. I come back out the next day. They're right back on the thing. But holy shit, ASMR. That's probably a man thing. I think I've heard other dudes liking that, appreciating it. You got an electric blower, Rip? You could hit those leaves.
No, we have a guy on our street who always does it at like 11 p.m. Probably just needs to get out of the house like you. Are you like the sound of the blower? Or are you listening to one star recruits in your ears during that?
Sometimes I'll do a podcast. Sometimes I'll just get out there because it'll be like I'll do a trash takeout in the morning and I'll just see the blower in my driveway and it's like, dude, I'm really like that excited. It was like as a kid, I used to be that excited about video games or God, I think of some other stuff on a list. I see it. It's like Christmas. I'm like, I want to blow those fucking leaves at least. And in my head, it's like, I'll start by just blowing a walkway to the car. And then once you start, it's ripping a scab. You can't stop until you hit everything. And I go to the battery runs dry. I know people are like, oh yeah, hell yeah, DK. They do the exact same thing. It's something's in that thing that is pure happiness. And hit us up if you believe. I know, Rip, you have somebody to do it. We're not all living in Southern California in huge fucking houses. Had somebody does it for us, okay? Some of us got to get out there and blow these leaves on our own.
And the main thing it accomplishes is sometimes you just need 15, 20 minutes to yourself. I don't know if you saw the
I
viral
think
clip
that's it.
this week, the viral clip of Joe Flacco. They were asking him how he's adjusting to getting traded and having to uproot his family. And he had a little snippet in there. He said, sometimes I'll go out to grab dinner at the bar. And I used to be that guy who sees somebody else just eating by themselves at the bar. And he said, now it's me. He said, back then I felt sorry for him, but now that it's me, he said, it's the best thing in the world to be eating dinner by yourself. So sometimes you just need that half hour to yourself, now, especially so you're a dad of a young kid.
It's what men want, ladies. We're just trying to chill by ourselves. That's it. One of our listeners in Costa Mesa, California loves going to Round Table Pizza. He'll sit at the booth by himself. He does it if he can once a week. He's not depressed, listeners. He loves it. Respect.
He's just a dad.
Yeah. And some things when you're a kid, like a bunch of things, your kids your age, babies not as much, but they do, that you hate when you're a kid. As soon as you hit that 42 age, tell me, Rip, these things, love them or not. I love taking naps during the day. Your kids probably hate it. You love it, right?
Oh, top three things in the world. And also, like, you don't get them enough. I mean, you now with the newborn probably get them more, but now I have kids running around that are 7 and 9. And it's hard to get any peace and quiet. Dogs barking. So naps are like few and far between.
I'm telling you, man, those are the things that naps, big happy place, big reading newspapers for fun. Look at me, give me a newspaper, catch me for an hour, fully fucking entertained. We talked about quiet time alone. I'm going to put that as my number one draft pick. You want to find me in another happy place? Folding clothes downstairs. Actually, this is a crazy list. I mean, I'm getting happiness going now to historical sites in and around this new area that I live. Dude, Rip, I'm getting more happy drinking plain water instead of juice or soda. Like I feel better. If I would 8 o'clock, 9-year-old me heard me say that, cooking meals from scratch. Yeah, that's crazy, man. What a life. What a life we live. But hey, give us a like or give us a comment on social if you like using the electric blower. Even when it's not, I mean, it's great when it's actually useful, but even when it's not, you're right, Rip. Get some Joe Flacco time. Go to Houston's, get yourself the teriyaki steak and just relax for a little bit. Love that, man. I love that. We got to do the MLB minute. Let's get right into it. That was an amazing game. I think I only stayed up to a World Series. Game 3 was in Los Angeles. The Blue Jays versus the Dodgers. It went 18 innings, which is 2 full games basically. I only lasted till the 11th, and I tapped out. What time was that on the East Coast going till? Was that till 5 in the morning?
2:45 in the morning in Toronto. Yeah, we're very late, and they play this. We're recording this podcast on Tuesday before Game 4, but they got to turn around, be back at the stadium at about noon or 1 p.m. Pacific time here for Game 4.
Pumped. I saw Shohei was pumped about that because he's on the mound. It's must-see TV. Yeah, everybody's getting their money's worth. Wonderful. The superstars are being superstars. We got a marathon game that people are talking about now that's going to get turned around with Shohei Ohtani pitching and hitting. You can't throw to this guy, Rip. The Blue Jays stopped. 2 home runs became 3, 2 doubles, and then they stopped. And they're not gonna pitch to him anymore. It's just he's not gonna get any more balls, Rip. That's it. Right? He's hit that point. If you're managing the Blue Jays, you can't throw to this dude.
Well, I mean, it's the whole thing about I'm not going to let their best player beat me. And once they had tied the score and went to extra innings, they did just that. I think 4 times they intentionally walked him in that game 3, and it honestly it worked. They didn't beat him. Freddie Freeman beat him finally after 6 hours. But yeah, it'll be interesting to see if they keep doing it the rest of the way.
Freddie beat him. Calling Mookie Betts. You got to show up, Mookie. That's your spot, right? Directly a spit on Mookie Betts. And I think they put Mookie on a couple of times even to get to Freddie, who got him. I mean, professional hitters, professional throwers, Blue Jays. Hey, Blue Jays got a lot of redheaded pitchers. Probably lead the league in redheaded pitchers. Rip, is that a fair assumption?
A lot of fire crotches live in Toronto, DK.
Successful, a lot of movement on the splitters, the redheadeds. You got a redhead. See if you could get a splitter going in the backyard and get that Canadian passport going. Justin Bieber was up in the crowd. He wasn't too thrilled. Got him doing a thumbs down. A lot of celebs, Rip. That's the best thing about still LA. It was a great game. The baseball was good. The stadium is fucking loud. They play too much shit. When you're there in person, do you feel it, or is that just TV? It's too much loud noises coming from the organ system, the music system, all the clap your hands. Too much, right?
I feel like sports have gone that direction, particularly the NBA. If you're in an arena right now, it's just nonstop music and promotions and hype people with a microphone. It's almost, I almost don't even want to go to an NBA game anymore because of it.
I'm sick of seeing Magic Johnson. I don't need to see him on TV anymore. All good with Justin Herbert, quarterback for the Chargers, and his new lady, Madison Beer. Hot couple alert, Rip. Cool guy, hot couple alert, right? They got cameras on them nonstop all over Los Angeles. Cut them on the floor at Lakers games. Flop over to Chavez Ravine. Probably hottest couple alert right there.
Yeah, I remember a couple of years ago there were hot and heavy rumors that he was dating one star recruits alum Taylor Bisciotti from the NFL Network. But I think whatever happened there, he's with Madison Beard
That's
now.
true. They were dating.
Bigger.
Yeah, former 1-star. Wait, good, Rip. You are so good. That's actually a nice lead we can move into. I was going to talk a little bit of Will Klein, but I'm going to pass over to it. The only thing about Will Klein that you need to know, who pitched 4 innings for the Dodgers late in that game, in game 3, was that he is a Bloomington, Indiana guy, just like us. 1-stars were Bloomington, Indiana guys. Correct, Rip?
Second home.
Could give us her credentials just so listeners know real fast.
Oh yeah, we're basically honorary Hoosiers with all the Indiana basketball alumni we've had on this podcast.
He didn't even want to name the names. You got to go back and listen if you want, though. But he was there. He's a big Hoosier. Dude did not last, bro. He did not last. He pitched only 1 1/3 innings, broke his thumb, and then had to go to Eastern Illinois. He ended up a month ago, he was chilling at a Arizona baseball facility with minor league players, trying to figure his life out. He's pitching in the World Series 1 month later. Life can change at any moment. Get him on the pod, William Boone Klein. What's also crazy is that man was born in 1999. He looks old, which means I must look super old. I'm a 1981. I can't look at birthdays anymore when we play any of these games. But there's my request. William Boone Klein. Keep pitching. Get him on the pod, Rip. Arizona, Indiana, 1-star to 5-star overnight. Pretty much. Some more 1-star bumps. Mac McClung. He did it. Mac McClung. He's been on the podcast a couple times. Go back. Great episodes. We had him pre-Slam Dunk champion, 3X, Mac McClung. It got a little sloppy with him in this offseason. He probably belongs in the Magic system, the Orlando Magic system, where he's been for a while. He could be successful, I believe, still in the Lakers system or teams looking for a point guard. Even Dallas, I think he could still be an outstanding point guard, but he didn't latch anywhere. He wasn't going to figure out a position. Chicago Bulls signed him and released him. 1-star bump of the week, though. He has found a home. Contract signed with a team that signs dudes like this. Smaller white guys. Let's. It is what it is. Congratulations, Indiana Pacers and Mac McClung. 1-star bump. JJ Jasper Johnson as well. 2 weeks ago on the podcast, we talked about him going against the best team in the country, the Boilermakers of Purdue, in an exhibition game, kind of his first showing as a college basketball player. 1-star bump, showed up, Rip, 15 points, 6 for 10, contributed 3 assists. He really showcased everything that we talked about, hitting deep three-pointers, playing impressive defense, not turning the ball over, all the stuff that he talked about. He's arrived. Dude is here. Jasper Johnson, he's a real player. Did you watch the game?
I saw the highlights and actually was like blowing up my Instagram feed. So happy for him and good timing for us to get him on the week he kind of blew up there. But I expect to see that guy in the league maybe next year, if not the year after that.
78-65, beat the hell out of Purdue. A lot of people didn't expect that. So keep an eye on Jasper and Kentucky. 1-star curse also hit. If there's some bumps, there's always a curse. 1-star, our legend and former guest, Adrian Peterson. He got hit with that DWI arrest, Rip. Got pulled over in Houston. One of the greatest running backs ever. Got pulled over at a Texas gas station. He was faded, openly admitted that he had a couple drinks while playing poker. Been arrested a couple times. This DWI makes it the first since, God, I think he got pulled over, and then there was some domestic violence stuff, this guy. And poker, man. 1-star curse. Took another L. DWI. You got to stop drinking, AP. You guys got to say no to the drinks at poker. Switch over. Rip, what's some good drinks to sip on if you don't want to booze?
I'd say water.
You can't do water your pussy in those environments because there's an ego. You do like something you got to put a lime in still, you know. Still, you
O'Doul's?
Diet Coke and a lime. You could get away with that, AP. That's clean, easy.
Mocktails? Come on, AP.
Nah,
Step
he's
it
a
up.
man. Yeah, AP, we have 1-star curse. Don't get arrested anymore, man. Some firings, no direct 1-star curse firings, although there was a Sam Pittman at Arkansas. College football, transferring, college football. Some firings that come to mind this week. Brian Kelly lost his job. So the update, Rip, you ready? I think these were all deserved so far. I might be missing some. Brian Kelly, Billy Napier at Florida, our guy Sam Pittman at Arkansas, James Franklin, we talked about him at Penn State. Mike Gundy, I'm 40, I'm a man. Deshaun Foster, who else? Trent Bay here at Oregon State's gone. My guy Trent Dilfer couldn't hold it down at UAB. A lot of these guys gone. So just friendly reminder with these buyouts, because we did this a couple weeks ago. So just to follow up, so people are like, yeah, I feel bad for Brian Kelly, who's just such an a-hole. Right, Rip? Total a-hole vibe. Brian Kelly, would you like to have a beer with Brian Kelly?
Absolutely not. I'd like to throw a beer on his head.
You throw a beer. Rip will throw a beer on his head, which is how just kind of annoying he is. He's going to be the next guy maybe at UCLA. So get familiar with this dude. 53 million over a 10-year. James Franklin, we talked about it, 50 mil. Billy Napier, $21 million buyout. Mike Gundy, enjoy your 15 million. Sam Pittman, 9 million. Deshaun Foster coached 4 terrible games. That's the easiest 6.4 million Deshaun's ever taken, besides maybe some bad contracts in Carolina. How much did Trent Dilfer take home? 2.4. It's the same as being a backup in Seattle. Our guy Jay Norvell at Colorado State didn't even get a buyout, Rip. Poor guy. How do you not get a buyout this day and age? Whatever. We'll see who gets these jobs. LSU, just to throw some 1-star stuff. I mean, Lane Kiffin's got to take that job, right? It's the one place he hasn't been. It's the next step in the evolution of guys like Lane Kiffin. Or maybe Dabu Sweeney, Rip. I mean, this is a huge job. Who do you like here? Don't say the coach for the 76ers.
Yeah, I think Lane Kiffin would be a good one down there. It's a stepping stone, a natural stepping stone for him. But it's a lot of money, man. If they just paid Brian Kelly, would you say 54 million on a buyout? Are they going to turn around and pay Lane 15 million a year? Well, how deep are their pockets down there?
It's one of those schools who have that type of support. Is this something that Nick Saban might look at getting out of? I think he's getting bored with his car dealerships. Is this potentially a Nick Saban return story? This is the way these old guys get until it turns south on them. But I would say early. Keep an eye open for Saban. Is that silly?
I can't see it. The game's gotten so crazy with NIL and all this stuff that he absolutely hates that I can't see him stepping back into that. He's got a great gig right now, getting paid a lot of money up there on TV, and I can't see him coming back into coaching. Look what happened to Belichick, man. He shouldn't have done it either.
Yeah, you can go down the list. It usually ends badly. Florida's a great job. That's a slept on job. I think that's one of the easiest place to recruit and get the best athletes. So I don't know. Maybe that's a Lane Kiffin place. I can see that. Maybe Dan Lanning even leaves Oregon for that program. I mean, that's a top job in my opinion. Arkansas situation. We need to get an update from our guy Hunter Yurachek. I definitely don't want Bobby Petrino. That's exact example of what we're talking about. This old guy retread, I don't think is going to be successful. He's there. I have no idea who wants that job though. I don't know who the coach at Tulane is, but he could be an exciting little youngster. Bring him in there. Who do you want at UCLA? Anybody? Anybody jump out for UCLA in your backyard?
Bill Cowher, ex Super Bowl winning champion of the Steelers, DK. Bill
You're an
Cowher is
asshole.
always out there. He's an
Larry
amazing
Brown and
coach.
Bill Cowher, man. If I had a nickel. NFL. I didn't even do a good job of college football, but these coaches, man, getting so much money to quit. It pisses me off every week. NFL. Oh, you got it right, bro. You nailed it. What did you say, Rip? New York Giants? My boy Rip says, enjoy it, boys. It was fun while it lasted. Too much, too fast. It's like a nice sports car. Too much, too fast, you said. Cam Scattaboo and his ankle are done for the season. So with Scattaboo and Neighbors out, so are the New York Football Giants. Too much, too fast.
Yeah, I think we'll get a little break from Cam. We all loved Cam at ASU, but we talked about it last week. Too much, too fast, and it's really gonna affect the Giants going forward. I think. I mean, any chance they had to get back in that NFC East race, I think is probably done now. It's gonna be a rough
Oh,
end of the
yeah.
year for them.
They're done. Too much, too fast. It's over. It was fun while it lasted. A couple games. Dayball's done. He's terrible. So now he can go. So they've fizzled out. That you can take them off of your playoff list. Now, Jackson Dark's gonna hopefully he doesn't kill himself the way he plays football. But Wandale Robinson isn't gonna lead you to a playoff race. So put him to sleep. NFC East. Let's just do a quick run through at teams. I love the Philadelphia Eagles, Rip. I mean, AJ Brown was out and Jalen Hurts stepped up and did one of those games. 4 touchdowns, almost 200 yards. Team ran for 250 with Saquon breaking a couple before he got injured. And Bigsby gets all these carries, fantasy holders. Any fantasy holders sitting on Will Shipley thinking this was his time to shine. Sweet Lord Jesus. But Philadelphia Eagles complete team game. They're good at football, man. Cowboys got that Denver matchup. Nice to see Javonte Williams score 2 if you had him. You know, players going against their former teams always show up big. Bo Nix showed up, 40 points. Washington Commanders, I can't even wear my homage shirt, Rip, which I usually wear on Wednesdays, my Commanders shirt. Just stay tuned for my 1-star moment so I can explain myself more. Same with the New Orleans Saints. Just go to that and I'll talk about them. What else did I like? I hate the Carolina Panthers so much, but Rip, tell me if the Tet McMillan wide receiver, who I think had 100 yards, he still is the only guy who can ball on that entire team. A little bit of a young David Boston. Is that crazy? A little bit of a young David Boston, more than we've ever seen before.
I could see it, hopefully minus all the steroids. But yeah, I mean, on a bad team, a dominant guy, a huge guy, and can really catch the ball and get those yards after contact. So we'll see if he lasts longer than our
You
old
don't got to
David
bring up the
Boston.
steroids things. We're talking about elevating for balls and getting balls in the air better than cornerbacks, Rip. You don't have to go there so quick. I think you put in D Boston a corner. Is he still alive?
I think so. Maybe we can get him on 1-star.
It's scary with the steroids. You don't know. No disrespect to the Boston family. He was the best wide receiver I've ever seen in person for a long, long time. Till I saw Larry Fitzgerald in person.
Oh
But
man, you saved that one. Come on, jeez, don't forget about
no, I mean
Fitz.
for a long, long time, like 15 years, and then we saw Larry, and then Larry's been the best guy that I've ever seen in person. I didn't get to see Randy Moss though. I didn't get to see a lot of these guys. God, I'm on the Cardinals. I want to do a quick card. I'm off the Cardinals. Who else did I want to talk about? I think
The
that's it,
Colts,
Rip.
baby. Danny Dimes, the number one team in the NFL. Home field advantage throughout the playoffs coming soon. The Colts are amazing. Jonathan Taylor, DK. What about
Yeah,
this guy?
MVP candidate Jonathan Taylor. He's the Derrick Henry of this year's fantasy football. Either you believe that he was still going to be that guy, or you thought that his hockey stick curve was starting to go downward trend. I didn't believe. I should have believed. I got too cute with it. I'll go into the Gentry range and start picking up Lad McConkey when I should have just picked up Jonathan Taylor. Unbelievable. I do love the Packers too while we're here. Jordan Love looked really good against the Steelers. Tucker Kraft, man. So Bowers wasn't the guy. David Njoku's not the guy. We thought maybe that we had a winner with Warren in Indy. He's just there's not enough footballs to go around in Indy. Turns out Tucker Kraft, the guy, one of the strongest yak runners I've ever seen. This guy just bleeds yak all over the place. And then the NFC West. Only the Niners showed up, beat the Texans. We had bye week central. Rams, Seahawks, Cardinals on buys. Couple quick things with our Arizona Cardinals before we move on, Rip. Just explain this move to me real fast because I think it opens the Pandora's box a little bit, or we'll just close it real fast if it means nothing. Well, first, a question for me personally, for my team. So they released running back Michael Carter. We don't have a lot of running backs. They're going to re-sign him to the practice squad, I think, but it was some kind of roster move to do something. Let me just go to me here. Can I start DeMarcaro again? Is he back after that fumble of death? Has he returned after his mental blunder? I stashed him with like Will Shipley, like an idiot. Can I put him back in? Is this his week?
Looking at your fantasy roster, he may be the best person on your team. So yeah, for you, I'd start him. But for anybody else, maybe safe to have him in your last bench spot just in case something happens to Bam Knight. But yeah, no, no way you're starting that guy and on a competitive team, DK. But you
God,
started Spencer Rattler last week.
He's still good. He's still good. It was one mental blunder. I think if he gets the opportunity to shine, it might be a sleeper. But I'm so stupid for hanging on to him. And I can't believe Tank Bigsby got carries over Will Shipley. I'm still shook up to my core about that. So some people see these running back moves and think in Arizona possibly Rip. This is crazy. This could be a waste of time. You want Alvin Kamara on this team? We're still making a playoff push. Like Tennessee is going to clear out of Tony Pollard pretty soon. They're going to move on with him. Could he come be a running back solution? And maybe in the NFC West push through, or do we want to throw in the towel? This is the last week I'm going to ask you this.
No, I mean, I just wait for Trey Benson to come back. He's a running back of the future.
He's the
Alvin
guy.
Kamara is 30 years old. His heyday was in the past. I don't think there's any positives.
So we're done on
this
this season. So should we even bring Kyler Murray back this week?
I don't think so. They played it better with Brissett. I mean, you know what you have in Kyler Murray at this point. They do one of those things where you let him heal to 100% before you bring him back. Meaning until Jacoby Brissett absolutely blows up and bombs, then bring him back.
Yep. Sweet Lord Cardinals. Hey, we didn't lose. We did not lose. It was a bye week, so no sad boy club for you. Quick NBA take. I'm in Portland. It was a big day. It was a huge week in the NBA. On the court, I mean, the Wemby stuff, Rip, I want to talk about it. Don't let me forget the Wemby stuff. I just real fast from Portland as a person here and a fan. We had some drama. There was a gambling scandal that kind of rocked the league. We had three major names: Terry Rozier, who's on the Miami Heat, and then the guy here, Chauncey Billups, who's the head coach. And a really loved guy here in Portland by the team, by the organization, by the community. Completely out of left field for this dude to get involved in something like this. But I think a lot of people feel pretty disappointed and betrayed over his involvement. Just didn't seem like the dude who would participate in illegal poker games with mafia families, which were allegedly rigged games that took millions of dollars. It's just not the dude I would expect that. But at the same time, competitive ass mofos, Rip, they want to stay in some sort of having one up on their competition. This could be the thing that he got his kicks on. A lot of guys are sticking with him through this. You're innocent till proven guilty. Ty Lue's riding with him. A lot of people are still riding with him. But I think from a fan's perspective, we're just really disappointed. The team itself, the Trailblazers, they got to find their resilience. They got to pull together and kind of continue because there's a real team here, Rip. I'm not going to get into a Portland Trailblazers minute because I want to keep the pod under an hour this week here, but I got some notes. Okay. 2-2 so far. They got some players on this squad, and this addition of Drew Holiday is really going to change the entire this that signing was the major difference with some defense. So I'm not going to talk Denny. Okay, Rip. I'm not going to talk how important it was to get some of this dead weight down to the Los Angeles Lakers at the center position. And I'm definitely not going to talk Yang Hansen with you. Okay? But we'll save it for next week.
I believe it's Yang Hansen, DK. Please, just not to
Hold
correct
on
you,
to
but
your Wang.
Hansen.
Everybody hold on to their Wang because this guy Wemby has arrived. Did you watch with your children? This is between Shohei Ohtani and Wemby. This is crazy. He's a video game, Rip. 33 points, 13 boards, 6 blocks per game in his first 3. Spurs are 3-0. Jay Billis said it's like playing against your dad in the driveway, and he's in the NBA, bro. It's Shohei Ohtani. Never before seen talent with like worldwide global appeal. It's just, I'm flabbergasted. I'm flabbergasted of him getting blocks, running the court, 4 steps, crossover, step back 3, give and go, catch for an alley hoop, perhaps. I mean, the NBA, as far as a product right now and directions it's moving with, this guy is the future face of the league. Even with the courtroom chaos, I still think this Wemby week outshines, and the NBA still gets a dub for the week. Did you watch with your children? This is has to be watched every time he's on, Rip.
The amazing part to me is he's still only 21 years old. Yeah, like what, 3 games now, small sample size, but you can tell. I mean, some of those off-season hype stories about him going to the mountains in Tibet and meditating and finding himself. And maybe it's true. Maybe it actually worked on him because he had an injury scare last year. But the way he started off this season, man, if he can come anywhere close to sustaining this for an entire season, you're looking at one of the better seasons ever in the NBA, DK.
How about aside from that, better winning or how about just how it hit your eyes? Like how it hit your eyes. Have nothing even close on a basketball court that I can remember. Shaq, a little Shaq, early years, the way that it just looks on the screen, right?
The thing that always jumps out to me is how close he is to the basket, like to the rim when he stands up and reaches up. Because I remember with like Taco Fall, and not to compare like Taco Fall to Wemby, but obviously Wemby's moving with a lot more grace and
Yeah,
quickness. But
those big
how
boys are
close
like
he is to
they're
the
like
rim, you could imagine being 6 inches away when you reach your hand up. I mean, so he can dunk from anywhere. He can spin around the basket. The guy's incredibly gifted, and his height and his length are insane.
all the guys that we've seen that size are, yeah, you're exact. Their bodies at certain stages start moving like newborn bodies. You just can't control them. He's crossing over guards and going around them, and you want to, who's going to block a step back? Oh my God. It's good shit, San Antonio. Enjoy. I think you have a Golden State Warriors situation brewing down there. Maybe get another. I don't know if De'Aaron Fox is the guy, but everybody else down there is so good and a young squad, and they get it. Damn, love that squad. I had some Phoenix Suns note. I'm rolling right over them though, Rip, because I want to keep the energy high. I don't want to go to a negative place when I think the NBA got a dub this week. And maybe a little bit of a hot take. I also do think that the NBA overall product, just how it looks, feels coming out of the season start, is very crisp, clean, and fun. I can't say the same for the NFL. And my 1-star moment of the week, let's get into it. We talk about them. Not everybody talks about your 1-star moments of the week. Mine's sports related and it's fantasy football related. I owe an explanation to the listeners and to you, Rip. Allow me to just read off my starting lineup, which put up a grand total of 41 points. Yes, Dirk Nowitzki, 41 total points, which is the lowest I've ever put up ever in my entire life, 25 years of doing this. It's the same amount that my opponent had at quarterback, Bo Nix, this week. I started Spencer Rattler, Justin Jefferson, Igbuka, Tony Pollard, Jordan Mason, Jawan Johnson, Deebo Samuel, and the Green Bay Packers defense. So Spencer Rattler, I mean, Here's my thought process. I don't even know how he was so underwhelming. It was so bad. It was so bad. But he had flashes, Rip. I don't even know. This is so stupid. I'm going to try to explain myself. He had some flashes of some decent fantasy production, averaging around like 12 to 15. This is a bye week, tons of buy Mageddon, all kinds of buys going on. So I had to just fill a hole here. And I was hoping that he would just get a multiple touchdown game and maybe just a couple passing yards. He was going against a Tampa Bay Bucks defense, which has allowed a lot of players to pass for over 300. Rip, it's not like the Buccaneers are Warren Sapp's defense again. It's been shootouts with these teams. Every time the Bucks play, it's been a shootout with Baker coming back at them. He contributed to some rushing yards too, Spencer Rattler. So I thought at home it could be a rushing yard. I could see him maybe doing a naked boot and fighting himself in the end zone. I'm just looking for 15 points if I can get it. That all makes sense, right? I'm thinking through it. The other guys are Joe Flacco is available, or I can't even remember some of these guys I'm looking at, Rip. He was just, I was taking a risk. It didn't pay off at all. I ended up putting up 41 points. That's why I did it. There's a lot more mistakes in this whole team. I'm not going to waste people's energy with my fantasy football problems. You say Juwan Johnson, Dana? Yeah, I was trying to double down on my Spencer Ratliff. That's what you do sometimes. I went in too deep with Brock Bowers as my guy. Brock Bowers hasn't been along for a long time, so I've been subbing in tight ends to try to hit a flow. That's what you do in fantasy sports. If you're playing a shitty quarterback, you try to maximize the potential upside of it, which would be, 2 touchdowns to Juwan Johnson from my guy Spencer Rattler. It didn't happen. I also went in way too deep early with Washington Commanders. This is why I hate the Washington Commanders. I had Daniels. He was my foundation of this team. He's been out with an injury, but I also selected Bill, the running back, and Debo. I traded Bill. Debo is just unplayable at this stage. He's moving into this Bobby Wagner, Debo, TJ Watt level of unproductivity for superstar players that are just getting old. These are not the Jonathan Taylors of the world. I missed on them. Terrible one-star fantasy team. I hated that that's my one-star moment too, because I like to bring real life stuff. I just owed you an explanation. This was the gentleman I was playing to, Asplit, who I did make a trade with. I made a bad trade. We'll see how I did trade Bill for Tajay Spears and Xavier Worthy, and I did it the week that Rice was coming back, and Rice just seems to be a scoring machine maniac, and I don't even think Worthy's on that roster anymore. Good news is at least Bill sucks because the Commanders stink. Commanders might as well just throw it in right now. I win it too big on the Commanders, Rip, Brock Bowers, and now I'm in a bind here in a lot of buys where I got to do some risks, and this was the risks that I went in on, and it hit me right in the face. It didn't pay off at all. Were you guys laughing at me? Were you guys doing text message behind my back about how dumb I am?
No, I mean just the decision to start Spencer Rattler was the biggest
Give me some
question
better
that I
options. You're on the
had.
waiver wire. Give me 3 better options. Not Monday morning quarterbacking.
I mean, you could have grabbed Flacco, I believe.
Yeah,
He was,
yeah, but still, what are you doing? Flacco against who else?
yeah, I think he scored like 27. But
He
anyway,
did, but
yeah,
I
I
think
mean,
before Monday morning quarterback, you wouldn't have selected him, though. You still would have taken Rattler at
well, he's on
home,
my team. No, Flacco's on my team, and I'm starting him this week. So yeah, I would have. But you could have grabbed him before I did. But anyway,
but
I mean,
not last week. Okay.
the good news for you and me, because I'm going to roll this into my 1-star moment, also has to do with fantasy football. And the good news for the Commanders, even DK, is we're only a game or two out of playoff contention, and there's about 7 weeks left in the fantasy season.
Yeah.
So, well, hey, a couple moves, a 2-for-1 trade, what Tyrone Tracy waiver wire pickup, who knows? I mean, your team could be right back in it.
I'm in that Tracy. You in that? Everybody's getting that Tracy White pickup line. That would have been a nice one to grab last week when nobody wanted him. Yeah, injuries, man. Bad shit, good shit. We're still here. We're still fighting. The good news is I'm talking. A lot of 1-stars are like, what the hell are you talking about? A lot of other ones know exactly. If you did what I did, the Brock Bowers saga, which usually led most people to a Trayvon Henderson draft pick, which then led most people to trying to grab a quarterback early that probably got injured. I'm talking to you. We did the same thing. So sometimes it happens.
I'll tell you what, DK, every year you refuse to go to Laughlin for the live draft. It's a curse right from the beginning. It's not going to bode well for your team that season.
Me and Adrian Peterson will be there next year, drinking.
The yeah, my one star moment of the week, man. The problem with these head to head leagues where the standings are based on record and not points. There's always a person in the league who has a high amount of points scored, but a bad record because you just get in bad matchups. It's just the numbers are always work out that way for one team. And this year, I'm that guy. So it's been like that kind of all season. I'm 3-5, but I have the second most points in the league. And I'm sitting in seventh place outside of the top six, outside of a playoff spot right now. And this week it kind of came to a head because I had 141 points, which was the second most in the league. I would have beat all other teams in the league except for the one I played. Shitstorm, Gary Johnson, congratulations, scored
Hate that.
160. Actually beat me by a pretty hefty margin, but I was the number two scorer in the league and still took the L. So one star moment of the week, one star moment of the season right now. But again, I'm trying to turn this into a positive, DK. You and I are both 3-5. We're one game out of a playoff spot. So we've got about 6 or 7 weeks left. 6-7, DK, 6-7. And
That's done.
we're gonna
I
get
saw that. I saw teachers are starting to dress like that for Halloween. It has 2 more days left, so I'll let you get your last one in. As soon as teachers start dressing like that, it's not cool anymore. It's done.
all right. So DK, well, I'm not counting this out yet. Let's report back next week and see where we're at here.
I really hate that. I really hate. I would rather put up 41 points and take a definite loss and just know nobody showed up than do the situation you're in. That chaps my hide. That frustrates me. My whole Sunday, I'm pissed off about that. But you got a good squad. You got a good squad. I think you're better shape than I am. 1 star recommendations of the week. I got one big one and then one quick one. Actually, I'm just gonna give one. I'm just giving one. I'm a little bit ahead on this trend too. I've been ahead of trends. Remember japchae rip, the Korean noodles? I was ahead on it. I think I've been ahead on Indian pizza. I think I've been ahead on a couple things I brought to the table here on this podcast. So here's another one. I might be wrong too. I don't know. In the world that you live in, I might be wrong as well. But for all the 1 stars, here it is. I've been a fashion member for about a year now. I'm going for another ensemble. I'm going to purchase another ensemble for the winter season. I'm very excited about this new trend here that's coming up, Rip. From Gary Sheffield to Bobby Witt Jr. to Joe Kelly. What fashion trend, Rip, am I talking about?
You bringing the fedora back?
Oh, that's the worst. You are such a fedora guy, by the way. You are the biggest fedora guy I've ever came across with your nose shape and head size. No, wrong. Oakley sunglasses. They're back and they're moving right into the most popular item of the winter. Okay, Rip, it's coming. I've been a member of the Oakley Club for a year now. I got the Flak 2.0s when I picked up tennis when I moved back to the mainland and my outdoor endeavors. So I went and I grabbed some Oakleys for that. You know, I needed some beta blockers to get out there. So I got the Flak 2.0s. Those are freaking sick, dude. Those are the same ones that Fat Boy Max Muncy wears. The Oakley Flaks, which I'm going to re-up. This is what I'm going to get. I'm going to get a pair of Max Muncies. Now I need a pair of Oakley Flaks with just my normal glasses in them, not the actual sunglasses part. Right, Rip? Max Muncy, he's rocking the Oakley Flaks, right? Am I saying the right name? You're looking at me sideways.
You kind of look a little like Max Muncy.
Stop
Put
it.
another 50 pounds and I could
Stop
see it.
it. Dude, so my guy Max Muncy, yeah, he's one of those dudes you're like, huh, you're a baseball player, huh? With that body type. So anyway, my sister was in town, my cool sister. She wanted a birthday gift. She's super cool. She's in the scene. She's a celebrity makeup artist in Manhattan. She wanted to go. I said, what do you want for her birthday? She said, I want to get a pair of Oakleys. So I actually went to the Oakley store in the mall, which I haven't been to in I think a decade, 10 years since I stepped soul to mall. And the store was slapping. It was awesome. There's so many guys out there who are repping Oakleys I didn't even know about. I already taught your guy Bobby Witt. Everybody knows Patrick Mahomes wears them. And I think they're coming in really hard, and you're going to see them more in everyday life, like Crocs and Hokas have taken over. And I think guys like you, baseball managers, should be fully in the Oakley sunglasses club. I think that you have the perfect lifestyle, demeanor, and yeah, to be an Oakley guy. So Rip, I want to recommend that you get either some Oakley radars, possibly look at the Oakley Flak 2.0, the XLs. Those are the wraparounds. And get yourself a pair of Oakleys, dude. They're back.
I'll believe it when I see it. That feels like a 1990s thing to me. But hey, some of these things do come back 30 years later.
Don't you see your little leaguers wearing them?
They're wearing something. I think they're called Pit Vipers or
Because
some
parents don't want
crazy.
to shell out the 250 for Oakleys. As soon as they get to a stage where they go into the next level, you get them. That's why you got to set pace as the manager, the style king that you are, of getting them early. Rep Flak 2.0s. Just take a look. I think it will change your entire demeanor of a manager. I think it will take you from kind of the manager that the kids make fun of because your hair grows funny and you got to do some gimmicks to like move into your Bobby Cox era of being taken seriously.
I don't want to be taken seriously. It's too it's not serious stuff, man. I can't do it.
Well, you're gonna take L's, Rip, as these kids get older. Okay, you're gonna take some L's. You're a funny guy though. Oakley's. You heard it here first. I'm just here to give people early fashion trends and early food items before they become avocado toast or before they become hokas. I'm just here to give it to you early. That's it. Facts.
Everyone knows you're a trendsetter. You already told all our listeners that the 6'7" trend is on its way out, so we'll be sure to pay attention to that.
Since last week I saw Halloween costumes in junior high schools of teachers, one wearing a sweater that's the 6, one wearing 7, and they showed up for Halloween. I'm telling you, as soon as the kids hear about that, it's over.
My rec of the week, DK. I'm going to be short and sweet with this. We all know it's the beginning of flu season here. It typically lasts about 4 or 5 months, and I don't know about you, DK. You probably should with the newborn, but I already got my flu shot. So I'm telling everyone now, the rec of the week is go get your flu shot. Number one. Number two, get it at CVS. Number three, if you get it at CVS, you can collect a coupon where you can spend $20 and get $10 off at CVS. It's a great deal. Spend 20, get 10 off right after you get your flu shot. And then parlay that into the next 3 days. Spend that $20 on bags of Halloween candy to give out to kids on Friday. It's the whole plan I've had for weeks, DK. I executed it today. And yeah, say flu shot, coupon, Halloween candy, CVS, rec of the week.
It's not a bad rec. Incredibly lame, but not a bad rec. Okay, you got $20. It's not Halloween season, but you have $20. You're at CVS. You're on a candy run. You cannot go over your $20. What are you grabbing?
Yeah, no, my go-to DK, especially now that they have it's Starburst. It's always been Starburst, and now you can buy the all pinks, the bag of all pink Starburst.
You're a
There's no
pink
more
guy.
there's no more there's no
That's
more
your number one flavor, pinkies.
everybody's a pink guy.
I'm
Who
a
isn't?
yellow. I'm a yellow or
Oh
orange.
my God. I'll make that trade with you any day. Everybody hates yellow, man. You're the only guy in America
What?
that likes yellow
This is the
Starburst.
first time I'm hearing that. I think that's an all-time flavor.
They
People
don't
love
sell
it.
bags of all yellow, DK.
That's
It's all
true.
pink.
That's true. I mean, there's probably some red 7 in those pinks, but I like the pinks too. I like the pinks too. It's close. Rips reacts. Hit the music. All right, Rip. Jerry Jones is getting the itch. He's trying to get a white dude down to Dallas on his defense. Max Crosby and Trey Henderson. Both teams, the Raiders and the Bengals, has said nay. No, they don't want to do it. Who do you see in your future when you put on your psychic hat, Rip, as a better fit in that uniform? Trey Hendrickson or Max Crosby?
Man, probably Max Crosby, just because he's got a bigger personality, and that's what they like down in Big D. That's what Jerry Jones likes down there, the big white guys and Big D with big personalities.
Yeah, they love it. I mean, one of those two guys got to be there. Just you see it. It's happening. I just don't know which one either. Probably Henderson, who will probably start to peak down in his career, and the Cowboys will continue to stink. And the curse goes on. The curse goes on. Trader Joe's sheet cakes. So when you walk into Trader Joe's 1 stars and you go right past the flowers, and then next is the bread section, you'll hit the sheet cakes to your left. They are very popular, Rip. These are the new Entenmann's. You're from the 80s, all right? Whiskey and Camel cigarettes or whatever the hell you said. You ate Entenmann's. People are saying these sheet cakes are the new Entenmann's. Okay, so rank these sheet cake flavors and which one you're gonna buy and carry out. Here you go. You got pumpkin spice, carrot cake, chantilly vanilla bean, dark ganache chocolate, yellow mini sheet cake. That one's gluten free. Which one you grabbing?
Gluten-free last. Yellow is not good in cakes. I'm going chocolate. I'm going vanilla. I'm going pumpkin. What was the fourth one?
Carrot cake
Carrot cake, and then yellow gluten-free.
is last. What do you mean yellow's not good? Yellow's a great cake. What do you mean? You pass on all yellow cakes that you see?
Yeah, I mean it's just
What?
I'd rather have flavor. It just seems like kind of sugar and dye.
It's
Sugar
a light vanilla. It's tangs of vanilla.
But you gave me the vanilla bean option. I'd much rather have that.
Vanilla bean over yellow. Yeah, actually, I don't know what flavor yellow is. I've always liked the yellow with chocolate though.
That's why you're a lemon starburst guy.
Maybe my palate's effed. Maybe I'm not understanding how life really works, man. How rep Anthony Carter, University of Hawaii basketball star, man, record setter at University of Hawaii. I didn't even know he went to University of Hawaii. By the way, great summer jersey if you're looking for obscure jersey club. Anthony Carter AC Hawaii rainbow jerseys, really good one. But anyway, got me to thinking. I don't know any Hawaii basketball players. Rip, please name 5 NBA players who are Hawaii Rainbows who spent any time in the NBA or the G League.
NBA?
I gave you one, Anthony Carter, 13 seasons in the NBA.
Yeah, the only really obscure one I can think of that I don't even know if he was in the G League is Kamaka Hepa, who was an Alaskan native, went to Hawaii a few years ago. He was the Rainbows, one of their best scorers a few years ago, but I have no idea.
That's it. You only got one, which is Kamaka. He did, I think 2023, it was Summer League on the Pelicans team, but I don't think he ever made a squad. You know, another interesting one is Patty Mills. He never played for Hawaii, but he's now on the basketball staff and the general manager. But he did not attend UH, which I thought was interesting. You'll never guess these, so I'll give them to you here. Tom Barker, 70s and 80s. Reggie Carter played for the Knicks in the 70s. Tom Henderson, 70s and 80s. Bob Nash, 70s. The only guy who's kind of normal that you would hear of is your guy Trevor Ruffin, Phoenix Suns and Philadelphia 76ers in the 90s. The only other guy, also Trevor Ruffin, great jersey, if you can get that one. Check it out, homage.com. Rip, you totally failed that one. So Anthony Carter, makes sense why he would be in the Hall of Fame. He's by far the best player to go to University of Hawaii.
Probably the only one up in the rafters there. Times
are changing, though. Got some guys out there. Patty Mills. Interesting. Maybe we'll see some Australian. I can see what's happening behind the scenes, Rip. Can you see what's happening there? International game, New Zealand, a little bit of Australia, a little bit of Hawaii mixed together. See what happens. Less of a commute. Could be completely stupid anyway. 1 stars, we love you. Thanks for sticking with us. We'll be back next week. Give us, as usual, the biggest way to help us is to buy a shirt on Homage. Get our link on social media. Even more so, give us 5 stars. Even better, leave a comment. Leave a comment if Patty Mills, University of Hawaii, is a shirt that interests you at all. General managers might need shirts. Andrew Luck's Stanford shirt. Would you wear that, Rip, with pride?
Hell yeah.
See you next week.
See you next week.